Good.
Dressing up this week?
Something important, yeah.
Bigger fish to fry, right? Bigger fish to fry, okay? Guys, I have some startling news. Our friend and the fourth member of Local Friends is dead.
That's not true.
He's not dead. He's alive.
Well, we don't know that yet. If you saw last week's episode, you know that our boy Andy, the fourth member, has been missing. Originally, we thought he was just avoiding us. But in the past few days, more information has come to light, and unfortunately the case has taken a more sinister turn, and he has passed. He is moved on to another life.
He is not dead. Anyway, we have the missing persons report from the police, and we want to go through it today in case we or anybody watching can help us solve this and, frankly, find our boy.
Alright, I'll start.
Alright, let's read this thing. All right.
Andrew Gionet woke up at 7:30 a.m. His alarm clock is auto-set to 7:30 a.m. every morning.
That's true. I lived with him last year, and he was my roommate.
Gionet departed his residence in a slime green Ford Fiesta hatchback, and he zipped on over to Dunkin' Donuts, Dunkies, on Main Street in Nyack, Connecticut. He ordered a medium-iced caramel swirl and 2 sprinkled donuts, which detectives were able to determine was one more than usual.
Oh yeah, that sounds like him. Yeah, he drinks a lot of medium ice caramel swirls and sprinkled donuts. I would know because I roomed with him last year. I slept in the same room as him last year. Separate beds. They were against either wall.
Okay, well, anyways, this is kind of getting off topic, and this is serious.
Okay,
so let's get back to the notes real quick.
Detectives spoke with Dunkin' employee Judy, no last name given. Judy noted Gionet stating, this is a quote from Judy, "Joe's brother, the one that never does the damn survey on the bottom of the receipt, you get a free donut." Gionet zipped to work from Dunkies, arriving promptly before 8 a.m. and opening the spirit shop he is a manager at. Multiple co-workers state that their manager, that's Mr. Gionet, told them he was a tinch tired because he didn't get a wink of sleep.
Yeah, he says wink. I roomed with him at school last year. Whenever he woke up after not sleeping well, he would always say he didn't get a wink.
Okay, Rye, we get it. You roomed with him. You don't have to tell us every time. This is about Andy and finding him.
I know it's about Andy. He was my roommate last year. I slept in the same room as him. What would I give to go back? Just for one night? Just one measly night?
Detectives were able to determine Gionet used the word tinch to describe a small amount.
He does say tinge. Trust me on this one. I know my stuff because, you know. I slept in the same room as him. We shared a closet. Sometimes I wore his shirts and he would wear mine.
I really do miss him. I really wish we could be together again. Out there in a field or a big prairie, and we'd just be fucking hucking plate.
Dude, he could huck plate for hours.
Alright, we're getting off topic, guys. Let's bring our fucking boy home. Bring him home! Bring him home! Bring him back! Bring him back! Bring him back! 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 Home! Home! Home!
Oh, yeah.
Alright, let's get back to this thing.
Alright, let's do it. At 4 p.m., at 4 p.m., Gionet clocked out for the day.
Okay, I just gotta say, this is where things got a little odd, I gotta say. I read this thing earlier, and I gotta say, and this is where it gets strange, for real.
After clocking out of work, Gionet drove to local trinket shop, Smoochy Bird, to shop for a new trinket. He reportedly was buying said trinket for, this is a quote, someone very special, according to the owner of the trinket shop, Mr. Gionet became aggravated when he was unable to find, and this is another quote, the most perfect gift for the most perfect man.
Now, here's where I'm the most confused. Well, who is this man, and why is he buying him trinkets instead of me anymore? Come on.
Fuck.
He was my roommate.
You gotta stop.
He was my roommate.
This is an interesting point, though. Who is the perfect man? And why was he so distraught about finding him the perfect trinket? Why was this so important to him?
I think the only logical explanation here is that he was looking for a trinket for me and just couldn't find the right one, so he stormed out of there.
So, for the record, you think you are the perfect man?
Well, yeah.
Well, that's just ignorant. This is obviously meant for someone near and dear to his heart, okay? But he's too nervous to show his true affection.
I did live with Andy for a whole year. He was very reserved about his feelings, romantic or not, I know, because I roomed with him for a year.
Okay, so who is this mystery man?
Yeah, what does it all mean?
Well, all it means is that I'm suddenly incredibly sad of missing my boy G. The last time I talked to him was over SMS. Look
Same.
at these messages.
Same.
I sent him a trailer for a movie called White God. He said, "Holy fuck." I said, "I'm downloading RN." And that was the last thing we ever said.
Yeah, well, the last thing I ever said was... Oh, here it is. I sent Andy a link to a Limp Bizkit album, and he replied, "Can't wait to pump this puppy later. Holy shit, I might just have to make that album cover my phone wallpaper." Which was just so like him, and it just encapsulates him.
I wonder if he did make it his wallpaper, if that was one of the last things he did while he was still alive.
Oh, alright, what the fuck? Yeah, okay, so this is just the end of the log?
Wait. What the fuck? No way.
Yeah. Mr. Gionet stormed out, he got in his Fiesta, exited the parking lot, entered on southbound I-95, and seen on a traffic cam.
This is bullshit! He just vanished after this?
Hey, police! Knock, knock, you there? Open your brains up. Let's find our friend.
Yeah! You idiots.
Okay, alright. So listen, let's revisit the main points and see what we can piece together, because they gave us nothing. So here we go. Here we have Gionet complaining that he didn't even catch a wink of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he didn't catch a wink of sleep.
Yep.
He goes to work.
After getting donkeys, goes to donkeys before work.
Goes to work. And here he's acting rather peculiar and out of the ordinary.
Not to mention that perfect man and trinket. Who is this man? And who are men that would make Gionet feel nervous and men that would make him yelp and holler a friendly trinket man?
Kiss his shit.
Honestly, guys, we have to face the facts. He's long gone by now. His body is laying in a shallow grave lined with cold, cold soil. His skin pale. I can't. Eyes roll backwards. It's sunk into his skull.
You actually think he got murdered? You're so negative. Have hope. He's out there. We just need to find the clues, collect the data, and try and solve this thing.
We're gonna find him. I mean, he's out there. We're gonna find him. If it's the last thing I do. We're gonna find him.
It's okay. Yeah, he's here.
Wait.
What?
Here's something we missed.
What?
The pigs, the police, they took Gionet's last diary entry as evidence.
What?
Look at this.
I must have skimmed right over that tidbit, dude. I just found it. Shall I read it?
Go ahead.
Dear Diary, G-Bag again. Work was so fun today. Fireball sent us a new display advertisement. An inflatable, life-size bottle of Fireball. Hee. It was so dope. I can't really read shit. Alright. Cannot wait to see my Charles in a couple of days. He gives me butterflies when I think of him. I'm going to bring him a trinket. A perfect trinket. Yours truly, G-Bag Heart. What the fuck? That's a huge tidbit. We were right.
Whatever do you mean?
He was nervous to tell us about this secret man, Charles.
Who is this Charles? This might bust the case wide open. Let's sit here, okay? Let's sit here and think about all of the Charles we or Gionet might know, okay? Let's give it a couple, just a sec, all right? Okay. So do you guys know any Charles?
No.
No. Yeah, no.
Wait, I have an idea.
What?
Why don't we give Dave B a call? He knows G. He roomed with him last year.
So, that's a great idea, Ryan. I mean, would you mind calling him?
Not at all. Let's hope he can help us crack into this puppy.
Let's really hope we can crack into this one.
Dave knows G because Dave roomed with G, so he's very close with him.
It's a good source.
It's a bond you
it's
can
a
never
source
break.
of information.
Yeah, my phone has no service.
Alright, well, I suppose I can give him
We'll talk to him still. Give me the phone.
Yeah, I'm
Give me
gonna...
your phone.
I'm contacts.
Give me Dave.
Dave B. There it is. I'm gonna hit call for you. I'm gonna hit speaker for you.
Is that really?
Every second, that body gets colder and colder.
Hello?
Hey, Dave, it's Ryan.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, hey, so obviously now you know G's been missing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's help us crack into this mysterious case by letting me know anything about a Charles that G may have known, been in contact with, or even loved.
Oh, Charles Styles. He's the owner of the company named Business Evaluation Services and the star of the Food Network's awe-inspiring Mystery Diners. Styles was hosting a speaking event
Oh my God.
in the workplace, hosted at the also awe-inspiring Mohegan Sun Casino. G told me he was going there.
Holy shit! You just cracked this case like a shell of a pistachio nut.
Okay. See you later.
Thanks, Dave. Well, Gionet got incredibly nervous about meeting Charles Styles. He went to work with an extra donut, left work with the intent to purchase a perfect trinket for a perfect man, and that perfect man was Charles Styles.
Charles Styles?
Charles Styles.
So he went to that stupid convention speech thing. That's the last known place G was? Mohegan Sun?
Whoa, we gotta get the sheriff on the horn with Mohegan Sun ASAP.
We have to find Charles if we want to find our sweet G.
Let me get the sheriff on the horn, and then he'll be on the horn with Mohegan. So...
Boys! Come here. I missed that body.
God.
Are you okay?
Hug him.
Is Ivan? Ivan?
Gee, I got you a chair right here.
Alright, I lived with you for a year. I don't need this.
Take a seat, take a seat.
Ivan?
Gee, sit here.
This-
No, sit in the middle. Sit in the middle. No, I want to be close.
Make sure Ivan's okay.
No,
he's
he's fine.
fine.
Just
He's fine.
forget that.
Ivan?
Go over
Yeah,
there.
just, no.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ivan.
we are
What's happening?
a little shocked, but mostly happy to announce that our boy, he's back in our arms.
Who are they?
He's back. Okay.
G?
Hey, Ivan.
G?
It's me.
Our boy is back! It's G! Our boy is back! You guys see it?
Oh, I was on the trip of a lifetime.
Where were you?
I was with my sweet Charlie.
Charles
Charles
Styles.
Styles from Mystery Diners.
You love that show. I mean...
We love each other.
Whoa, what happened? So take us through this. You went we have the police report in front of us. The last known location we were able to track you down was the Charles Styles restaurant security convention in Mohegan Sun. And
spying on in the workplace.
Yeah, and then we went up. It's kind of like a honeymoon, you could say.
You eloped?
Yes, we went to Guam.
Whoa!
Went to some of the finest diners around. He has connections. He works at Mystery Diners. Kind of founded the company.
Wow.
Look at this.
What?
What?
Look at
Is
this.
that a sign?
That's him.
Look at
This
this
is
frame.
him.
Time together. Brighten my day.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Look at this.
this is...
He's so sweet.
What a
There he is. The man...
gentleman.
It's amazing.
There's a couple of the hour.
Oh,
We just had so much quality time. We really got to know each other just inside and out.
Wow, that's.
It was
I do have to
amazing.
say this. Sort of an asshole move to not let us know this was happening in any regard. We put on just a whole show just now.
I was wondering what this was.
Yeah, do you see?
You've been missing.
you
You didn't tell anybody
It
you
was
left.
like a week.
It's like
You didn't tell anybody you left.
You didn't tell your mom.
Felt like a week.
The
was a
police
month.
filed a report.
It was over a month.
Well, I didn't have service.
Your whole family thought you were dead or missing.
They didn't have lightning chargers. They just had like iPhone 4 chargers.
Wow, Guam
Facebook message us?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Great food, not great tech.
Well-
I'm a tech junkie, so I would know.
There's a lot
I
to
worked at Best Buy. I think I would know.
Yeah.
a little bit.
there's a lot to unpack here.
5 years.
I'm
It was fucking big
happy.
guys back.
I think we're happy. We're a little mad.
I'm
Definitely.
definitely
You don't
a
gotta be
little
mad.
upset.
You don't have to be mad.
I'm glad you're back, but
We're-
also upset.
We're gonna have a conversation after this show that just about assuring that something like this doesn't happen again.
Ooh.
And he's back. What did I hit?
What did you hit? Who are you talking to?
Well,
She's
that was
back.
a roller coaster.
She's
She's back, everybody.
Back.
She's back.
Who are they?
She's
Put him in. Put him in.
Local
Local player.
Yeah, woo.
Yes. Yes. G.